Welcome to another edition of the Shuttermaniac. It's been a while since I last posted on this channel. There's just been a lot going on lately, and my father passed away recently. And this is my small tribute to him since he was the one person who actually got me into photography and the media profession in general. Now, for those of you who didn't know, I started photography way back in 1976, and I first started out with the Canon camera system. It was a 35 millimeter all mechanical Canon FB. The camera belonged to the company that my father used to work for back in the day. And what he would do was to take the camera home on weekends, get a few rolls of film, and then he'd teach me how to fiddle with the camera. And when I started mastering how to operate the camera, he then taught me about lighting and composition. So that's how it all began for me way back in the day. In all honesty, I didn't really know where the hobby would go. I never realized that that particular hobby would be something I would make money out of some years down the road. People have known me to be always with a camera or some sort of a camera, which is why even though I don't do it professionally, I don't do it professionally anymore. I still like to shoot. Doesn't matter if it's a video, a photograph. I really love to shoot. And even though we've made leaps and bounds in terms of technology, I don't shoot film anymore. I've sold off all my film equipment back in 2006. And even though I've transitioned into the digital format, I still shoot photographs the way that I would shoot a film camera. I still have the same discipline. I still keep with me the same old principles that my father taught me way back in the day when I still had a mechanical camera that didn't even need batteries to work. Of course, there's really no point in bringing back the days of film, and I can't really bring my father back. But he left with me a legacy that will live on long after, which is my photography, my love for shooting, and that need to always be with a camera. It doesn't matter if it's an old point and shoot or the latest mirrorless camera system, which I'm shooting with right now. I really love to shoot, and that's exactly why I established Shuttermaniacs. It's for people who love to shoot, and there's nothing like the joy of walking out into the world, or even if you were just staying at home, trying to find things to photograph, trying to go for that one image that you think is going to make the difference in your life. I've gone through so many tragedies in the not so distant past, and among those is the fact that I lost all the photographs that I've ever taken on film, all the negatives, all the prints that I had. They're all gone. So there's really nothing there to prove that I ever shot film at all, except for a few digital scans of actual prints. But anyway, I guess that's enough reason for me to all the more reason for me to keep shooting. I can never get those memories back, but I certainly can make new ones. And speaking of making new memories, I made a video recently about the Canon EOS R100 and how I think it's a really good camera. And it is, as some of my prints would prove. I've not been able to shoot all that much, but I have some samples of a recent photo walk that I took in Manila. I don't want to get into the technicalities, but for me, the EOS R100 is exceeding my expectations, especially now that I'm using a fully mechanical, fully manual focus and manual aperture lens, which has totally no interface, no electronic interface on the camera. And I know that it will improve my photography and video productions all the more. And one benefit I'm seeing from this particular setup is that I can go back to the feel of, as close to the feel of old school as I could possibly get, because I really miss the feel of the focus ring and adjusting your aperture manually. That's something that I've not felt since 2006 when I used to have a Nikon FM2. So I've not shot much on this new mechanical manual focus lens, but in the near future I will try to bring some samples of both photos and videos. At any rate, this particular episode is being shot on that same mechanical manual focus lens. So, you guys be the judge. I know that this particular camera and lens setup will certainly enhance my passion for photography. Or I almost lost it. I almost lost the drive, but with this hardware setup, I'm hoping to produce more images and hopefully be the best that I could be as a photographer and filmmaker. One benefit actually of this lens is that even if I shot on manual mode, the only thing I need to set up is the auto ISO setting. I can set everything manually. I can manipulate my aperture and focusing manually and not have to worry about exposure. All I need to do is manually set the shutter speed on the R100, tweak my focus and set the aperture, and I still have that fully manual feel of old school photography. So with the EOS R100 and the mechanical manual focus lens, I'm really close to old school photography as I could get. But anyway, stay tuned for more images that I'll be taking on this digital camera and mechanical lens setup. I'm hoping to take a trip out of the country and bring that particular setup with me. So, hope to see you guys again when I get back and publish all those images. That's about it for now. I'm Direct Abs, otherwise known as the Shuttermaniac. Make serendipity happen.